Nexxlegacy.
It's not every day on a Sunday morning that I can actually shake my groove thing, but hey, it's early in the morning, afternoon for you people out there in the mid and the East Coast, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the AM Buzz. I am Branded, and hey, I mean, this song and multiple other songs that this duo have created over the years, made me love music. I mean, not just to get on your feet and dance. I mean, I ain't much of a dancer, but you know, you can move in a certain way that's actually vibing with the song, and this group has done it. And the guest that I have actually, you know, talking to him real briefly before the song actually ended. It's beyond an honor and a privilege because I grew up listening to him and Peaches as well, and listening, and just memories that will never ever die because of the music that gives you memories and the moments that, you know, we all share. And I want to welcome my man Herb of the iconic group Peaches and Herb. My man.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And remember, you can just shake your toes and that's your groove thing.
Amen to that.
Hey, I'm going to make it easy.
Amen to that. Amen to that. How you doing, man?
I'm doing wonderful. As I always tell people every day, as long as I wake up, I'm doing good. If I don't wake up, I'm really doing bad.
Amen to that. Amen to
that.
I'm
doing good.
Hey, and you know what? It seemed like I've waited so long. I mean, I've done radio about 6 years and a lot of interviews with a lot of good people. And, you know, I always think back to your music because your music in a lot of ways helped me grow up. And I'm pretty sure a lot of listeners out there listening worldwide, by the way, we have not just people in the States, but, you know, people in Japan, Australia, Germany, all these people that do love the culture of music and listening to Peaches and Herb songs. So let me ask you this. You know, sometimes when you hear stuff like that coming from not just myself but other people, your fans and, you know, people that loves music, does it, I mean, how does that make you feel? Like after all this time, people can still, you know, reach out and appreciate everything that you did all the way up until this point and still appreciate you actually talking to your fan base?
Well, it still makes you feel wonderful because if people didn't say things like that to you or about you, then you've done nothing. You've left nothing behind. We have been blessed that the music that we've done all these years has not only had people grow up, but it helped me grow up. It helped people make babies.
That's right.
It just has helped people do a lot of things to come back together as one. So all we preach is love, and that's what I'm all about, love.
I think with just the music in general and just people that, you know, I can't really call them cult followers. It's just, you know, to me, I always feel like, you know, any time that you can be able to get on stage and do what you do, and you played at multiple events. I mean, you know, and a lot of times that people tell you how you feel, not just music-wise. I mean, it just makes you feel, it gives you a certain feeling on the inside. And do you get that too when you know, after you're done with a song and you're like, okay, you know, I put this baby to bed, and it means something more to you once the song is done, mixed down, mastered, whatever you want to call it, and you're like, you know what, I did the very best I can on this song with every song that you've done.
Yeah, but no matter what song that we do, I always go back and go over and over to see if there's something that I could have done better, even after it's put out to the public, because I'm always listening for things that I can do better that will help not only the group grow, but to help people out there who, you know, you can hear a certain word done a certain way, and it turns you on.
Right.
And that's what we're always looking for and striving for. And again, we've been blessed to have, since 1965, to have gone on and on and on and on.
Have you had any time in your career where you were just kind of like you were looking at the transitions from different generations, different decades, different things? I mean, like, you know what? No matter how many changes that goes on in the music industry, I can still just maintain who I am, and of course, Peaches being Peaches, and we're still gonna make the timeless classics that everybody's going to be able to vibe to. It doesn't matter what age, race, or whatever.
Yeah, changes is always good. And from the 60s and then going into the 80s was the change with the disco type of stuff. So that's
right.
Why we did Shake Your Groove thing, because no one expected Peaches and Herb to do a song like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the driving forces behind the change. You have to change with the times or you would just fall back.
Right.
And yeah, so it's again, change is good. Change is always good. I don't care in what venue or what avenue it is, change is always good.
So with Shake Your Groove thing, and like you said, with change, I mean, you kind of was around that decade where disco was just real fierce. It was just the, not just in the dance places, the clubs or whatever you want to call it, but it was just prominent during certain times during that those spans of decades or whatnot. And when Shake Your Groove thing came, was it a culture shock to some of the people, or did they immediately catch on and tell you that was like, the best thing ever? They didn't know it was you guys?
No. Because no one, we always sing soft, lovely songs to make love by and all that stuff. So when Shake Your Groove thing came out, they had to like, who is that? No, they didn't say Peaches and Herb, but that's who it was. So we again, man. You don't know how I really feel about people who have taken us into their homes. And one of the best things that I like is when we play certain venues that people that have listened to Peaches and Herb over the years, they bring their kids with them because they know that it's not going to be anything foul done, that it's always going to be about family and love and peace.
Right.
That's
Herb, and I think that's important. And Herb is our guest on the AM Buzz, and Herb is also brought to you by peachesandherb.com, where you can be able to check out their official website. I feel like that's important, especially with generations now. I mean, we grew up in times where it was rough, rugged, whatever you want to call it, and I think it's like that throughout. But I think always what I felt with music, one thing that always held us together, that especially with parents and people growing up, is like we had a mutual appreciation for Peaches and Herb music, Stevie Wonder music. You can go on and on, Ashford and Simpson, Donna Summer.
Yeah.
And to me, like you said, that brought generations together. It was okay for parents to take their kids and to have a good time with their kids. It's different now, right? It's a little bit different.
It's a little different because not knocking anybody's music, but with the violence in some of the music that's today, and some of the things that are said about women and stuff in music, I don't approve of, but I'm just one person. Obviously, there are many, many people who approve of it because they are buying the product. But I'm just a person that I enjoy harmony amongst people of all races. So that's why we will continue to sing about love, and we will preach love until the day I die.
Amen to that. Amen to that. I mean, to me, I feel like the diversity within you and Peaches have definitely been a good look. So my question is, when it comes to the more up-tempo songs like Shake Your Groove thing, and then the Reunited, and I'm going to talk to you about Reunited a little bit, but before that, is there a preference, or you can be able to? You guys are so diverse, you can just do whatever, and it's still going to come out the best way you know how, which is look at your history and your legacy, man, authentic.
What did Frank Sinatra say? I do it my way. And that's what, if you do it any other way than what you know, then you come off phony.
Right.
And people can tell when you're phony. So the best thing to do in life, I don't care what you're doing or how you're doing it, is be yourself. If they accept it, they accept it. If they don't, they don't. But always be yourself and believe in you, knowing that you can do whatever you choose to do and do it well.
So how was, before I talk to you about Reunited, how was Shake Your Groove? How were you guys presented with Shake Your Groove thing? Because like you said, it was so different from how you guys ballads, Reunited, Close Your Eyes,
Yeah.
Pledge My Love, Let's Fall in Love. You know, for Shake Your Groove thing to be so monstrous still to this day, and how were you guys approached with it when you guys started that phenomenon called Shake Your Groove thing?
The guy who produced the session was Freddie Perrin. I knew Freddie when he was living here in Washington and going to Howard University. We just happened to run across him in New York one day, and he was just starting his company. Freddie was one of the guys that was with Motown that went under the name the producers, but they never got credit. Barry Gordy just never gave him credit. So when Freddie was starting his own label, we just ran into him. And we knew we had to do something different. We knew we had to do something to open people's eyes again on Peaches and Herb. So Freddie got the idea of Shake Your Groove thing. If he said, let's do it, we believed in him, so we just did it. And it just turned out the way it did because of Freddie's vision.
Right.
I didn't think of that. I wish I could tell you I did, but I didn't. But Freddie Perrin thought of that.
You're not going to take full credit. You're just going to make sure that the man behind the scene was massively instrumental for putting together this song, and you know, you guys did it. I mean, it to me, like I said, that's why I just feel like, you know, it's Sunday. I feel like okay, you know, I'm just glad to wake up and just, you know, do what I do and exchange comments. So I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and throw on Shake Your Groove thing to just, you know, add some flavor to this show, because, you know, it makes you feel good, and it puts me in a certain place musically, and not just musically, but also, you know, a lot of times when I was growing up, my childhood kind of takes you back there. So, you know, man, I can't thank you enough, man. You and Peaches, when you know, I just can't thank y'all enough for doing what y'all do, and it's just important for us as fans and as media people to, you know, embrace what you guys have meant to us, period, in music.
Well, I'm
and
glad
motivation
you grew up.
too.
I'm glad you grew up, and I like that word fans, but I like to call everyone my friends. Your audience, you and everyone that I know of are my friends. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, this is coming from me, that I thank you, all of you, from the bottom of my heart, because without you making my dream come true, I don't know what I'd be doing today. You all made my dream come true. My dream came true was to be on records, and, you know, that thing as a kid, you want to be a star, which is, I don't know what that is either. But you just want to be out there. And I thank you all for making, again, my dream come true.
So you're gonna make me throw it out there and say, you know what, me and Herb go way back, like 8 tracks, 4 5s, vinyl.
Oh, my God. That's how far.
No doubt. Herb is our guest on the AM Buzz, and you know I mentioned Reunited, and you know that's a lot of signature songs for a lot of relationships, a lot of baby making, like you said, and just a lot of memories that comes attached to that particular song. So, you know, I gotta ask you, when that song was made, did you feel like, you know what, we got it? This is beyond. This is beyond Reunited. This is just monster.
A little story behind the song. Dino Ficaris, the guy who really wrote the song with Freddie Perrin, when they played the song for us to see if we wanted to do it, Linda Green, Peaches at the time, started crying. And we said, this is it. You know, but then you got to go in and do it. So we thought that was the song from the time that that we heard it, and it worked for us. That was the song. And every artist who records wants a song like that that'll last forever. And we know that this song will always be played. Always.
That's right.
So it was a great song to do, but it was her crying that let us know that this was the song.
Wow. See, I mean, you know, and we're men. I mean, you know, and to me, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you know, songs like that, man, come on, that shakes me up too. Like, it stirs the pot. It puts you in a certain place, especially if you're happy in your relationship, or even if you had a breakup, or you know, break up to make up and get back, and you know you just want to hold on to that person and not let them go.
Break up to make up. Yeah, okay.
you know, Reunited is one of those songs where you can't just it's gonna make any guy, any girl, anybody feel a certain way. Period. Doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not in a relationship, right?
Well, that's what we hope. It's just like one of those Barry White songs. If you want to get over, put it on. And you over.
No doubt.
We know what to do. Yeah, we know what to do. Put it on.
Exactly.
Yeah, be mad at me if you want to, but listen to this.
I mean, and you know what, Herb? You just said it, man. I feel like a lot of what you say, or what you and Peaches have put down. You know, sometimes I didn't have to speak during a relationship. The song did it for me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people told you that before throughout your career, right?
Oh yeah. And of course I've been there myself. See, you got to do what you got to do.
That's right. That's right.
Plan it out.
Sometimes you just got to put on that 4/5 and just let it spin. You got to let the needle talk to you. Sometimes you just got to do that, right?
The thing to do is to learn how to be quiet, but let the song talk for you.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes you shouldn't open your mouth. Sometimes you just let the music speak for you. That's
no question. No question. And that's all a part of growing up.
That's right. Yeah. And growing up, and we talked briefly about just the evolution of music and how it's kind of, you know, evolved into what it is now, and record labels is kind of the same way. And, you know, the excitement that people have or have had with being on a record label. I remember Motown was buzzing. People heard their music on radio for the first time, and it was exciting. It was beyond exciting. It was people would get out their cars and dance. That's what I used to hear, right? So, when it comes to that, are we ever... Now, this is coming from you, who has spanned decades of having countless hits. Are we going to ever have that feeling back again, where even the artists and the fans are just going to be beyond excited, or have we gotten too stubborn and too used to everything now, where we just really don't appreciate it like we used to?
Well, here in the United States of America is what have you done for me lately? And everything, I think, runs in cycles. That our time will come around, and it's coming around again because people are listening to people sing again, and lyrics.
Right.
It's coming around again. I mean, everything just like disco ran so far, then it's back to music again.
Right.
Just like this rap is going to run so far, then it's back to music again. It all comes back to good, what I call good music. And good music is when you can understand the lyrics and understand what people are saying with those lyrics.
You have a lot of established artists making a return to music. You know, notably, like recently, Tony Braxton, Shantae Moore. You know, there's a lot of other artists out there that span a couple of decades at least, that's coming back, putting out music, and they're doing it a little bit differently now due to the fact that there isn't a major, and the marketing aspect of promoting your brand is a little bit different than how it used to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how do you feel about just the marketing of it nowadays as opposed to back then? Because you had the machine, and now you really got to shake hands and kiss babies now, right?
Yeah, but see, they have so many ways now, with the invention of this thing called the computer, That has opened up a lot of ways of getting your product out to the public.
True.
Although I think you have to do some of the things that we did in the past. You have to go out. You have to do TV. You have to do a lot of stuff to market your product. But there are just a thousand ways to do it. And our president opened up the way to do it with the computers. See, when he was going to be the big man in the world, he went to the computers.
Right.
And they open up a lot of votes that way. So there are a lot of people with a lot of computers who are watching and who are waiting for something new all the time.
Yeah, I agree. And it's gotten to the point where it's needed. I mean, I've said it on countless of shows, too. It's a necessary evil. You need it to have it.
Yeah.
And not only that, I mean, we're on it now.
It's a necessary. You're right. It's a necessary evil. It has also destroyed a lot of people who use it the wrong way.
Absolutely. I couldn't have put it better myself. And it's important. I mean, it's just like right now, we're online, but we're online everywhere. All your fans out in Japan and Germany and stuff like that. I mean, you know, a lot of people are literally, while we're on the air, they're in their little box, their chat rooms, and they're just, you know, loving the vibe that you give off. And you see, we've reached overseas in a matter of, you know, a few minutes. And it's a good thing. Like I said, it's a necessary evil. You need to have it because, Lord, I mean, woo. Mainstream radio right now, Herb.
I beg your pardon?
No, I was going to say, mainstream radio right now, Herb, sometimes, man, I turn it on and turn it off real quick because I hear the same song every hour, every other hour.
Yeah.
Or
and
whatever.
You don't know who it's going to be. But I'll tell you this, and I haven't told anybody. You're the first person I'm going to tell. Okay, there's Peaches and Herb are still working. We're still out there. But I'm going in next week to do a solo album, and I'm going to sing it. As soon as we finish it, I'm going to send it to you.
Okay. And you know that was my question. So you kind of beat me to it because I was just getting ready to ask you, Herb, what's good with current music right now? What's going on? So you are in the studio right now. For all the fans that's listening right now, my man, like I said earlier, we go way back like 8 tracks. He is in the studio right now as we speak, putting together some more classics. And you know what? First off, what gives you the determination to continue to do what you do? Because you've got a whole lot of hits, and you got hits that will last a lifetime. You already have your legacy built. What inspires you to continue to do it?
You have to love what you do. It has never been a job for me. It has always been joy. Just like guys who play baseball and football. They grew up playing a child's game, but they love it so that they got to keep playing it. I have to keep singing. I have to keep going. I don't believe in that word retirement and all that junk. As long as you're healthy enough or you're strong enough and you believe in what you do, you got to do it. You can't lay down. You got to keep doing it. So that's me.
The man that never sleeps, works 24/7, 365, right? That's Herb right there.
Gotta go.
So with this, so Herb, with this new music that you have coming out, now is this going to be a single, or are you working on an actual album?
I'm working on an actual album. I'm going to try to bring some of the old songs back that you haven't heard since the 50s or the 60s.
Okay.
And I'm going to put some new stuff in there. But there are some songs that have stayed in my heart since I was a kid that I want to try to bring back.
You know what? As a fan, and actually as a fan that's getting this exclusive news that nobody hasn't hit yet, we're the first to get it. I mean, I feel honored and privileged just by you telling some new news for your fans out there listening right now. So, I mean, it's a beautiful thing, man. I can't wait till that record's done so we can go ahead and debut it because, I mean, it's just like I told you off air. Like, I'm trying to bring excitement back to radio. So, you know, once that single is out and we're here to promote it and, you know, like always, I mean, use online, definitely put it on iTunes, Amazon.com, whatever we put it out. We're gonna celebrate it like it's we're gonna celebrate it like it's old school. We're gonna throw it back there and enjoy it.
But I don't try to bring excitement back to radio. Bring it back.
There you go. There you go.
And that means being the way that you are and throwing it out there to the public.
And it's beyond important for us to be able to say I can't thank you, man. I cannot thank you enough for just continuing to still do it. I mean, and to me, I think all the listeners out there would agree that, to me, I always feel like when it comes to music and radio and just being able to do something that you have a passion about, just to have that opportunity to escape for a minute. You know, you might have a bad day at work, or you might have lost a job, or, you know, something going on in your life possibly that, you know, would shake it, and it's important for us to just say thank you and continue to do what you do.
That's it. And remember, you're blessed to be doing what you're doing. There are a lot of people out here who have jobs or who are doing things that they don't enjoy, but they have to do it. We are blessed people that we do what we love doing.
Right.
So continue to do it.
No doubt. And before I let you go, Herb is our guest on AM Buzz. How do you feel about social media, man? I mean, you know, I promoted peachesandherb.com. People can definitely go check it out. But, you know, with all this extracurricular activity and all this action going on with Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, for those people that still use that, how do you feel about just the online media circus that has captured everybody's attention?
Well, I think it should. I'm not on Facebook. I'm afraid of Facebook. I'm afraid of all that stuff that gets people in trouble. Okay? I'm telling you the truth. I'm not going to do it. So, I mean, do it the best way you can. Do it the best way you can. That's all I got to say.
You know what, Herb? You know what? At the end of the day, you're right, because if you've seen it like I've seen it too, like, whew, this person definitely don't need a Facebook or Twitter or whatever.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you a question. Why do people have to go on Facebook and stuff and tell all their business, tell everything they're doing and all that stuff? What's the thrill about that?
My instant reaction to that is because they don't have much of a life outside of Facebook or Twitter, so they just tend to use that as their therapy session. Like, okay, well, you know, I'm having a bad day, or you know, my man broke up with me, or my girl broke up with me, so I'm gonna get on Twitter and talk about it, or Facebook and talk about it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Herb, come on, man. Yeah, I think we both know, like, you know, come on, do you really have a life outside of that where you can actually talk to a real person?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Jeez. Whoa.
I think I said it a little diplomatic, but, you know, I think I did it as I put my hands up in quotations. I think I did all right, but no, I think overall, Herb, I think to me you know, I use it for good, not for evil. You know, I'm more of an inspirational guy, and plus a promotions guy. So, you know, I use it for that. But when you start leaking out a lot of personal stuff on social media, sometimes you're just like, okay, I need to step back, and I need to really just, you know, have some time for myself. And I just think a lot of people that, you know what, you take time out for yourself and you kind of love yourself a little bit more that day, and chances are you probably won't need Facebook or Twitter to kind of, you know, vent or air out your problems. Maybe you just need to be alone, right?
You just said the secret. Love yourself.
That's right.
Love yourself.
That's right.
Love yourself. Love yourself.
That's right.
But you won't see the Herb on Facebook, Twitter, nothing. No.
See, I had to and Herb, I had to put on I just had to put on my sweater just now for my Mr. Rogers moment. So, you know, it's Sunday morning, Monday afternoon, so I had to make sure I do that. So, you know, but man, before I let you go, man, I want to I probably said it 50 million times, and I probably said it 50 more million times when I didn't even know you and we didn't cross paths. But Herb, thank you, man. I mean, for motivating
to see you soon too, man. Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, you know I'm trying to get you to come down to California, to the Bay Area. So, you know, I'm working with your team on that, and you know, we're definitely going to do everything that we can. But thank you for the music, but also thank you for just continuing to give us something to talk about and to be motivated by. Because I don't look for role models. I look for I don't look for role models. It's all good. And I don't look for role models. I look for inspiration, and you've given me that over decades. Because you know I'm 30 plus, and you've given me a. I don't feel like one, man. I don't feel like one.
You what. When I come to California, I'll bring some pablum, see, in a little bottle, so I can give you a little bottle. Do you feel it, baby?
There you go.
Hey, do you play hoops?
Yes, I do. Still do.
Well, we got to go to the hoop, bro.
Let's do it.
We got to go to the hoop.
I'm always up. Hey, if you can still hang with me, if you can hang with me on the court, let's do it.
Hey, I like to take you youngins and turn you around. You know, I ain't gonna take your heart from you, but I'm gonna do you.
Man, Herb, man, you have my contact info, man, and shout out to your team. Team Peaches and Herb is definitely good people, and you are the best, and I can't wait to hook up with you in person and talk to you live, and it's gonna be a good look, man. So, man, thank you for everything. You guys and girls, go check this website out, peachesandherb.com, and get all your information and your latest, and then when you have your new music, we're going to debut it, and we're going to celebrate. We're definitely going to do that.
I got you.
Appreciate
it. You.
No problem.
Peace, bro.
Same to you. It's my man.
Yeah.
Icon.
Nexxlegacy.